Hi, I'm Lisa. If you're in your 30s or even late 40s and have been struggling to get pregnant for some time now, if you've tried taking common fertility drugs or tried painful and expensive IUI and IVF treatments to no avail, if you have a tubal obstruction, are overweight, have high levels of FSH, or have a history of miscarriages, if your male partner has a low sperm count and motility, or if you're just feeling frustrated or angry for not being able to conceive despite all your efforts. Listen, I know the struggle to get pregnant can be quite frustrating, even heartbreaking, and it can make you feel completely alone. Trust me, I've been there. Rest assured, you are definitely not alone, and you are not without options. You see, over the past year alone, over 28,000 women have successfully used the system I'm about to share with you to get pregnant, naturally, and they gave birth to healthy children. And as unbelievable as it may sound, now, if you use this method I'm about to reveal, I promise you, in as little as 30 days from now, you will get pregnant, even if you've been struggling with infertility for decades.
First, however, I'm going to share a rather embarrassing story with you. I think you'll see why this turns my face red as a rose when you hear it in a few minutes, so keep watching. Deal? I wasn't always a fertility expert. In fact, far from it. I remember this as if it were yesterday, August 10th, 1996. And I remember it was really cloudy that day and my morale was low. I was wearing this tight shirt and a pair of jeans that clearly screamed, "So not pregnant." I was with my husband John. We arrived at the best fertility clinic in New York, so we could get the results of yet another bunch of fertility tests. It had dawned on me that I was simply never going to get pregnant following the normal path and recommendations, and that it simply wasn't going to change unless I took action. And I did, just like you're about to today. Still, it took this one event, making the truth so crystal clear, to really move me into action, and to take me from a miserable, infertile woman to a glowing, proud mother of two. We had just walked into the doctor's office to go over the results of the battery of tests, to figure out what was the infertility problem and how to fix it. We sat down, had a few words, and then the doctor started looking at the test results. I asked him directly, "So what's the problem, and how can we fix it?" And then my worst nightmare happened. The doctor looked at us with this blank stare, like he had just seen a UFO, an unidentified flying object. Like he couldn't make sense of what he had just seen. Like we were some kind of UFO floating in the air or something, and he simply replied, "We don't know." Then he quickly looked down at the test results again. This was followed by a very uncomfortable silence. It was clear. He was completely clueless. And to make it even clearer, I tilted my head to the side and was able to read at the top of the folder the words, "Non-specific infertility." That was how they nicknamed us. Plus, the doctor looked at us and told us to just keep on trying. Hadn't that been what we were doing all along? Now, that was it. It now dawned on me how fertility itself was in many cases a big unidentified object, a big mystery to traditional Western medicine. For a brief moment I felt so alone, like something was really wrong with me. I even hated myself for it. But I quickly snapped out of it. I made a vow to myself. I made a vow that never again would I allow my so-called infertility and Western doctors' ignorance about what to do about it stand in the way of what women like you and I really want, a fulfilling life with a healthy baby. I decided I would research every aspect of infertility through every book and research study I could get my hands on, and through every expert I could approach and talk to from every part of the world. And that's when I had it, and decided to take matters into my own hands. If the so-called traditional medical community couldn't figure it out, I would need to find the answers myself, outside of those traditional Western medicine circles. And I would go to the four corners of the earth to figure it out myself. I would simply not accept giving up on my dream of having my own child. It was the cornerstone of making my life whole and complete. And without it, life would never be completely fulfilling. And I discovered a little-known Oriental medicine system that works even when you think you've tried everything and got no results, and ended up formulating a step-by-step blueprint that I've followed and thousands of others have followed that can finally get you pregnant, no matter what and how hard you've tried before. And today I'm going to reveal it to you So just keep watching. Remember, despite the fact that I'm now the proud mother of 2 kids and considered a fertility expert, helping other women get pregnant, I'm really no different than you. I'm just a gal who stumbled upon a really effective system to become pregnant, even when nothing seemed to work. This is a system that allows so-called infertile women, just like us, to finally get pregnant even if you thought you had tried everything and had lost all hope, making it happen naturally, without any harmful surgery and pills, and experiencing the joy and fulfillment of having this new love of your life, making you feel fully alive every day you wake up. This isn't just the system I used myself to get pregnant twice with 2 healthy, beautiful children at age 43 and 45, each time within months of trying. It's the same system I teach thousands of other women, just like you, to use to get pregnant as well. And it's the same exact system I'll be sharing with you today, so you can finally experience results like these for yourself. I'll share all the specifics with you in just a moment, but first, I feel I must warn you about the real problem you face today. This is the hidden foe, the real villain, behind why you can't get pregnant. And this is why your infertility is not your fault. Although, after you see this, you'll know it's your responsibility to take action. The sad fact is that you've been unknowingly lied to for years when it comes to your infertility problem, and these lies are the reason you've been let down in the past. The infertility industry's most popular lie has to be that you have to take fertility drugs or even undergo surgery to get pregnant. What a load of nonsense. Please, if you have ever believed this, stop right now. If you are one of the millions who have fell victim to this lie, then you need to decide now to accept the truth, because if you don't, you'll continue down the road of trying everything the fertility industry throws at you, including potentially dangerous drugs, treatments, and surgery. Your body's fertility power either remains the same, drops significantly, or is lost forever, halting all your baby plans dead in their tracks. And eventually, no matter how resolute you are, you simply give up on getting pregnant and your family dream. Listen, this is not what I want for you, and I know it's not what you desire for yourself. And this is the reason your struggles with getting pregnant are not your fault. If you really feel a need to lay blame, don't lay it on yourself. Blame the media, the infertility industry, and the powerful drug and pharmaceutical companies. Crooks like the drug and pharmaceutical companies have been purposefully misrepresenting the truth to good women like you and me for a long time. And they depend on your suffering to make a buck.
Did you know that Americans spend about $15 billion per year on drugs and surgical treatments to treat infertility-related disorders? If you think about it, there's a strong reason why these medications and surgical procedures result in only 2 to 5% success rates among women aged 35 and up. The success rate is so low because conventional treatments are either aimed at stimulating ovulation, Clomid, stimulating egg recruitment, or increasing the number of eggs released by your ovaries via injection, gonadotropins, or fertilization, IVF. The problem is that these treatments practically ignore your mental or emotional well-being at the time of treatment and the possibility that you might suffer from ovarian cysts, uterine fibroids, tubal obstruction, endometriosis, and numerous other conditions. What you must understand is that these conditions must be addressed if you ever wish to get pregnant. This is critical in order to dramatically increase your chances of conception and building a healthy reproductive environment for your fetus to grow. Your reproduction system is intelligent enough to know that your internal environment is unsafe for a new baby. That is why the vast majority of women who suffer from ovarian cysts, fibroids, or other insulin resistance and hormonal-related disorders find it almost impossible to get pregnant. Surprisingly, the majority of women with infertility issues run on a hamster wheel, trying this and that, hoping to get pregnant, not knowing that they can actually conceive and give birth to a healthy baby by following a super simple, step-by-step plan. Since 2008, we've been able to help over 137,000 women in 154 countries suffering from all types of infertility disorders at all levels of severity.
Hi there, my name is Marie, and I just want to say that I wanted to have children being over the age of 30, all because of the biological clock thing ticking. But I because I wanted to start a family with my long-term partner, I had some problems trying to conceive. So I was trying for several years without actually having any success. This is a lot because I thought it was attributed to me having cancer over 10 years ago, and I had chemotherapy which basically washed and bleached my body out. So in desperation, a friend of mine actually recommended me to try a natural approach, drugless approach, and she recommended me to try Pregnancy Miracle. So I had a look at it and I thought, well, I've got nothing to lose, and I didn't want to go down the IVF route or any of that, just because I just wanted to try something natural. So I gave it a go and followed the advice, and I was surprised actually how fast it worked, because within a couple of months I conceived with no issues. So I had a lovely baby girl. She's now 2, but now I'm actually expecting my second baby, and I'm just really happy about that. It's really improved, following the advice from Pregnancy Miracle, has really improved the quality of my life as well. It's improved dramatically. I've got more energy. The good thing is it's drugless. I was fed up of all the chemo and stuff I had in the past. So I also like to say that I like the bonuses that you get with Pregnancy Miracle. It's really worth the small investment that you put in to get the results, and they're fast. It's natural, painless, it's not aggressive, and you learn so much. So I really highly recommend it. So thank you very much.
Okay, so my husband and I made the decision to start our family, but we weren't seeing the positive results that we were hoping for. I just assumed that, like everyone else out there, you accidentally get pregnant. Why not get pregnant if you're trying to? It made no sense, the fact that we weren't getting these positive results when everybody else is accidentally getting them. So we tried out Pregnancy Miracle. It's a natural way to get pregnant, totally helpful. It had tons of information, and it wasn't like your typical infertility treatments or anything along those lines. So it was very helpful and very effective, because we got our first positive test yesterday. Now I had to go to the store today and buy more first response tests, because I am probably not going to believe it until I see 4 or 5 of these come out true before I make that doctor's appointment for our family planning. It's just too big of a shock for us right now. So I just want to say thank you to Pregnancy Miracle, and if anyone else is interested about how it works, just click below and find out more. So thank you.
Listen to what this woman said after using the Pregnancy Miracle. I was devastated, and so was my husband, after being told by my fertility specialist at age 38 that I had no option but to consider adoption or donor eggs. According to my doctor, I was out of eggs, and he gave me a 4% chance of getting pregnant and a 2% chance of carrying a baby to full term. I followed your step-by-step guidelines. After 1 month of trying, I became pregnant and had a beautiful, healthy boy. 9 months after that, I did everything in your book again, and after 2 months of trying, I got pregnant again and gave birth to another perfect little boy. Lauren Ross, Georgia, USA. Here's another satisfied customer. I just wanted to say thank you for writing this program and for giving hope to women at my age. I am 46, and I am finally going to be a mother. Emma Jager, Berlin, Germany. And listen to what this customer said after using Pregnancy Miracle. After 7 years of trying to conceive, I finally got pregnant 4 weeks after I read your book and followed your program. It was simply amazing. I had a history of recurrent miscarriages and was also diagnosed with genetic problems. But by using your system, I got pregnant naturally at age 44, and after 2 HSGs and 4 negative IUIs, including 6 induction clomide cycles and a laparoscopy. Everything in your book makes sense. I am recommending your program to all my friends. God bless you. Nicole Terry, age 44. Let's take a look at what you will receive inside your copy of the Pregnancy Miracle System. Discover the first, most important element that, when eliminated, can virtually dissolve over 85% of all infertility cases. On page 73, you'll discover the 4 things you must do right now before even attempting to get pregnant naturally. Skip even just one of these and you are decreasing your chances of getting pregnant by 92%. This is a totally different approach that will change the game and finally provide you with real hope of becoming pregnant. On page 105, you'll discover the one secret, 100% natural hormonal balancing supplement that you should always take on a daily basis, guaranteed to make a dramatic impact on your infertility condition, sometimes within days. On page 202, find out the top 7 worst foods you should never eat when you are struggling to get pregnant. Did you know, for example, that a certain beverage can decrease your chances of conceiving by 50%? We reveal on page 208 the easy 3-step protocol, and I guarantee it will dramatically boost your partner's sperm count and motility like nothing else. On page 194, you'll discover this almost magical combination of 3 types of herbs that will dramatically empower your body's self-immune mechanism and cleansing abilities required to eliminate infertility. On page 214, you'll find out why you should never use any makeup that contains the following ingredient. If you do so, you will be struggling to get pregnant for years, instead of conceiving 8 weeks from now. On page 127, you'll discover my unknown fertility boosting protocol you can use immediately that boosts your odds of getting pregnant today by 317%. You're going to love reading about this one, I know it. And finally, you'll be introduced to the only way to treat infertility and get pregnant, a method that works for virtually everyone who applies it. This is a one-of-a-kind, holistic Chinese system you cannot get anywhere else. Just remember, I'll be sharing my most important life-changing tip last, so keep watching until the end. I'm going to tell you about the most important tip I have for you in just a moment. Actually, this is going to surprise you. First, you absolutely need to know about this one commonly used product you must avoid if you want to get pregnant. But most people believe this product is fine to use, and it usually is. Just never when most people choose to use it. Here's what will happen if you keep using this product. The sperm will die before they reach their intended destination deep inside you. Here's what it is. I want you to avoid using commercial lubricants. This is just until you get pregnant. It's not forever, so don't worry. Most lubricants have a pH that's too high. It's too acidic for sperm and it kills them. Simply don't use any lubricants, resorting to more foreplay for more natural lubrication instead. Or use one of the very few homemade lubricants that won't hurt your chances of getting pregnant. I'll touch more on this later in the video. The same thing happens when performing oral sex on both men and women, so avoid it. Just avoiding commercial lubricants and oral sex will dramatically increase your chances of getting pregnant, keeping the sperm alive and well all the way through their journey inside you. Just picture it. You make these 2 small changes, and without doing any extra work, you're dramatically increasing your chances of getting pregnant. Isn't that an awesome thing to imagine? All from such a simple tip. I'm about to reveal to you another extremely important tip if you want to greatly increase your chances of getting pregnant. By removing these significant fertility killers, there are some products and environmental toxins that most women are exposed to that you must absolutely avoid. Actually, this is also going to surprise you. Most women believe these products are no problem, but they really are. I used to believe these items, which have been a part of my life for as long as I can remember, were fine. Now I know better, and so do you. The reason why you want to avoid them is that exposure to these substances can cause hormone dysfunction, ovary damage, and other major infertility problems. Unless you avoid these environmental toxins, you may be exposing yourself to things that will make the difference between being able to get pregnant and not being to, ever. Here's what it is. I want you to avoid all these specific products and environmental toxins. Most regular cleaning products, such as soaps, fabric softeners, detergents, air fresheners, plastic food containers, most cosmetic and body care products. Again, you don't have to do this forever, just until you give birth to your child, so don't worry. Here's what you do instead. Store your food in containers made of glass or stainless steel. Only choose body care products made of natural ingredients. Make sure they don't include any ingredients that contain the following words: ethyl, butyl, methyl, and propyl. Avoid all perfumes altogether. Perfume companies don't have to list all the ingredients on their products. You never know if they contain toxic ingredients. When you avoid these toxic items, you never have to worry about the dangers they may cause in terms of hormone dysfunction, ovary damage and cancer, and other infertility problems, which may be a key cause to your infertility. Just picture it. You'll have a renewed confidence in your body's ability to give life, free from the pregnancy-killing toxins that used to stop it from getting pregnant. That's not all. You'll also stop being exposed to chemicals known to cause ovarian and breast cancer. Isn't that amazing? All these benefits just from avoiding a few of these household items. And it gets even better. Here comes the really big, massive, crucial tip. Warning, without using this tip, those other tips are pointless. This tip is that crucial. This is one of the key tips for boosting your chances of getting pregnant as much as possible, even if you were never able to in the past. All naturally and without any surgery whatsoever. This tip actually forces your body to go into its peak baby-making mode for the maximum chances of a pregnancy, finally. It's the one concept most infertile women think they got right, but most likely got completely wrong. This is determining your very own unique ovulation and menstrual cycle, and having sex accordingly at specific times and frequencies, to turbocharge your chances of getting pregnant like nothing else out there. Indeed, every woman knows there are specific days of the month where they have the best chances of getting pregnant, and they have learned to calculate their fertility days based on their menstrual cycle and ovulation day, those best days to have sex for having the maximum chances of getting pregnant. The problem is, most women do not precisely identify the menstrual cycle length and exactly when they ovulate, and so they most often completely miss the mark on the best days to have sex in order to get pregnant. Now, you may think this is not a problem because you have sex very often, and so you're probably having sex on your most fertile days anyway. Big mistake. If you have too much sex too often, you're greatly reducing your chances of ever getting pregnant. Same thing if you don't have sex often enough, believe it or not. There's an exact science to it all, and I figured it out, so you can have sex on the very best days and have the highest chance possible of getting pregnant. But again, you have to know exactly when you ovulate first. And here are some important signs to look for to help you determine it. Look out for tender breasts, headaches and mood swings, an increase in cervical mucus and its elasticity, a sudden increase in basal body temperature of at least 2 degrees that lasts about 3 days, sharp sudden pain in the abdomen. Remember, knowing your menstrual cycle and ovulation day is key, and knowing your most fertile days is crucial. But again, you most definitely need to know the best frequency to have sex, because too little or too much sex and your pregnancy odds drop enormously. And you can discover the sex frequency secrets and a lot more in just a second if you want to. But let's move on for now. Okay, that was a lot to cover, and you may be feeling a bit overwhelmed or confused, and that's okay. Basically, this means you have 2 choices on where you go from here. Keep trying to get pregnant without any professional assistance, just using the tips I gave you today. And who knows, you may end up pregnant if you took really careful notes. Or there's choice number 2, the savvy choice. Let me now show you the most powerful, natural, and simple step-by-step solution to get pregnant. Finally! Let me do the work for you. And, you know, I already have.
This year, we are on track to help 40,000 women get pregnant naturally in as little as 30 days. During our recent 2019 study of 133 volunteers using this 5-step pregnancy miracle program, with the help of a few custom-made tweaks and adjustments provided through our free counseling sessions, we've helped over 97% of participants get pregnant naturally within 30 to 60 days. Note that over 70% of the women volunteers were over 43 years of age. And we had one 49-year-old lady participant who also successfully got pregnant naturally right after the study had been conducted.
Just for watching this presentation, I'd like to give you, free of charge, these value-add bonuses to help you have a healthy pregnancy even faster. Pregnancy Week by Week. This exclusive report takes you through each of your weekly stages of pregnancy. You will also discover the biological changes you will experience during pregnancy, along with a complete set of images of the developing baby at different stages. This is a $19.95 value, and it's yours free. You're also going to get the ultimate guide to relaxation. Why is this so important? Because managing stress and knowing how to relax are both absolutely necessary to having freedom from infertility and a healthy and happy life. This ultimate guide to stress reduction and relaxation is just what you need to finally take control and rid yourself of stress and welcome relaxation once and for all. This is a $39.97 value, and it's yours free. And not only that, but you're also going to get a 100-page baby names book. This special guide contains 7,000 plus baby names, plus the meaning and origin of each name for your new baby boy or baby girl. The guide has more than 100 pages listing hundreds of unique and unknown baby names in many different languages to help you choose the perfect baby name for your future child. This is a $19.95 value, and it's yours free. You'll also get the unique PMS to PPD guide. This guide offers detailed information on anything and everything related to women's bodies. You'll learn everything you need to know about the phases of the female body with this fantastic ebook, from menstruation to menopause and everything in between. This is a $37.95 value, and it's yours free. You'll also get free lifetime updates to the Pregnancy Miracle System. What does this mean for you? It means if tomorrow I discover something that will dramatically boost your fertility even more, for example, you will always be the first one to know, and you'll get it for free. See, I believe in constant improvement, and I will always continue to research, test, and refine what I've learned to make this program even better. And you will always be the first one to know. This is a $27 value, and it's yours free. If you're still watching, I bet you still have some questions. Here are the most common questions I get, and the answers to help you out. Will the program work even if I have high FSH levels? Yes, we've had many women who have had high FSH levels who were able to lower it back to the normal range through specific dietary changes and unique supplements. It may take a few weeks before you start seeing results, but it can happen earlier than that. Will the program work if I have endometriosis? Yes. The Pregnancy Miracle program can reverse endometriosis. Many women on the program have managed to eliminate it through the combination of diet changes, which happen to respond well to endometriosis, along with specific Chinese remedies and acupressure treatments as well. Will the program work even if my husband has a low sperm count? Yes, the program includes a specific male fertility plan that focuses on reversing and correcting issues regarding low sperm count, sperm motility, sperm volume, and sperm morphology problems as well. Can the program eliminate ovarian cysts or uterine fibroids as well? Yes, we've had many women on the program who suffer from fibroids and ovarian cysts and have successfully managed to eliminate those issues and to conceive by implementing the protocols outlined in the Pregnancy Miracle program. By reversing your hormonal and internal imbalance through the right kind of diet, supplements, and cleansing protocol, you'll also be able to get rid of these tumors or abnormal growths. Is the program suitable for single women who need a sperm donor? Yes, the Pregnancy Miracle program isn't intended for couples only, but also for any woman who needs a big boost in her fertility and the creation of an optimal environment for ovulation and conception, either by using a donor or otherwise. Will the diet in the program be suitable for vegetarians or vegans? Yes. We've had many customers who were able to complete the program successfully while being on a vegetarian-vegan diet. You see, the diet recommended through the program is basically pro-vegetarian. We do believe that a plant-based diet is the best in terms of boosting fertility and eliminating toxins from your body. Can the program be used by Black women? For your information, we've had many women on the program from various ethnic backgrounds, including Black African women and Asian women, who followed the treatment outlined in the Pregnancy Miracle program and were able to get pregnant afterwards with no real difficulty. There is really no difference when it comes to boosting fertility between various ethnic groups. Is the program suitable for women with PCOS? Yes, we've had many women on this program who suffered from PCOS and hormonal imbalance, but have still successfully managed to reverse that condition and to conceive by implementing the protocols outlined in the Pregnancy Miracle Program. PCOS, short for polycystic ovarian syndrome, is a common cause of anovulation and female infertility. The infertility rate with PCOS is very high. You'll be able to reverse that condition by focusing mainly on hormonal balancing protocols, a special diet, and unique supplementation.
Imagine yourself, and only weeks from now, are you still heartbroken and frustrated because you're still not pregnant? Feeling like you're never going to start the family you dreamed of? Or will you shop for maternity clothes? Tell your friends you're expecting and have a huge party to celebrate your success after all this time. Feel free to read the rest of the page and pay attention to the many verified testimonials we've received from our customers over the years. Or you can click on the order button below and fill in your details. Our ordering system benefits from state-of-the-art encryption technology, so when you place your order with us, your information is 100% safe. You'll then be immediately taken to a private area where you'll be given access to the entire Pregnancy Miracle Program, including your 3 free bonuses and the special limited time one-on-one counseling. And test it for a full 60 days, completely risk-free. Now, if you simply watch this presentation until the end and do exactly what it says, I promise that in 30 to 60 days from now, you will get pregnant naturally. And in 10 to 12 months from this date, you will become a mother and hold your own beautiful, healthy baby in your arms. I am Lisa, and I'll see you on the other side.
Click the Add to Cart orange rectangular button below, and let's get started now.